Okay, so in this jumping game, what you want is you need a character which can jump on the screen. So first, you're going to have a new file. It is already there for you. Now you need a character that can jump on the screen. So having this cat character is also very good. This character can also be used as a jumping character, but you can also choose any character that you want according to your choice. And also you need a suitable background also. See, every game has an environment, and that environment is generally based on the graphics or the pictures that are there on this game. So we want to have a background which we are going to use as the game environment. So to select a background, we are going to go to backdrops and click on this small button that is available here. So once you click that, so for the background, so for for the background, you can in this background, what we have is we need to choose a background that gives us a good environment for the game. So you can choose any background that you want. For example, let's choose this background, which is says desert over here. Or you can also use this hayfield. So I'm going to use this background, which is hayfield. So I will select this hayfield first, and then now I need is a character which is going to jump on screen. So in order to get a character that can jump on screen, it's up to us which character we want to choose. And you can choose all your characters here. There are a lot of characters that you can choose. Like you can choose Ben, you can choose Cat, you can choose D also. Devon would work also. There are a lot of characters that you can choose. And similarly, you can choose a swimmer character to make a similar game in which the character is not going to jump, but it is going to swim in your area. Okay. So we are going to start with a simple character. So for that simple character, I will pick up this cat. We already have a cat, so maybe we don't need another cat. So this cat is fine. What you can do is change the colors of this cat. Okay. Because this color of the cat is kind of very much like the color in the background. So you can change the color of this cat. I will show you how you can change the colors of your characters. So to change the color of your character, you need to click on this character, select this character, and then go to its costumes. In the costumes section, you can change the colors of this character. All you need to do is select the suitable part of its body that you need to change the color for. But before doing that, make sure that you have clicked on this button which says select and then selected the whole cat. Now you are just going to ungroup this. Okay, making it or clicking on the ungroup will help you to remove basically separate all parts of it. So what you are going to do is select this cat like that and then click on ungroup. Now you will see that when I move the face, it only moves the face and not the other parts of it. So I want to change the color of this part. So let's say, how can we change the color of this part? We need to select this part and then go to its fill options and change it to a color that you think would be good. You can keep on checking it. Okay, so these colors are kind of very unnatural. So why not go to a color that is natural? We can go into some gray shade, something like that. So now you can see that this is how your cat is going to look like. You see a lot of gray cat, so that is why I'm going to put it gray in color. And again, you can do the same with this part also. just now you want to copy the color that you have done here, and you want this color to appear here also. And that is very simple. Just click on this part that you need to recolor. Go to the fill option and click on this small eyedropper tool. This can help you to select a color that you have already selected, like that. Do the same for this part, this tail part, this foot, this arm, and this arm. So all of these now we are going to color them once by doing this. Okay. So you have got a gray cat now. So this cat has now turned gray, but this is only one cat or maybe one costume of it. But the second costume is still in yellowish color. So let's change this yellow color also. Again, we'll follow the same process. The process is, first we need to make sure that we have selected this one, first one tool, which says select. And then we are going to select this whole cat. And after that, we are going to ungroup it. Now that we have ungrouped it, now we need to select the parts that we need to change. Okay. So if you see now this cat is on the other screen. So maybe I can't select colors from here. But what I can do is I can copy one part of this cat, maybe this one, and paste it on the other costume, put it on one side. And now I can change the color of all these parts that I want to replace. These ones, just select all of them. In order to select more than one parts at the same time, what you can do is press shift on your keyboard and then click on the parts that you want to select. Let's say face, left arm, right arm, body and leg, second leg, and tail. So now you have selected all the parts. Again, go to the fill option, pick up the eyedropper tool and select the color. Done. After you are done with this, now you can see that this part is showing here also. So we don't want this part actually. So I will click on it and then I will press the delete button and it will be removed from my screen. Okay. So now you have got a different colored cat. So now let's make this cat run on your screen. It maybe make it look like it's running. Maybe it's not actually running, but let's make it look like that it's running. Okay. So for this thing, what you should do is that choose that next costume block and you have to ask this block to repeat always. So when you want to do something always, when you always want to do the same thing, we use a control block for that, and that control block is called forever. Everything that you put inside the forever block, it is going to happen always. Your character is going to follow it always. It is going to always do this thing that you will mention here in this small portion. So you want your character to change its costume continuously. So you are going to go to looks and bring out that next costume block and put it here. Now, when I will run it, so in order to run this block, I need to click on this block. So now you will see that it's continuously changing its costume, which is kind of fine, but this is very fast. Is it fast? Yes, it is actually very fast. So now let's try to slow it down. So in order to slow it down, we are going to ask this character to wait for some time. You remember that we added the wait time in the animation in which the cat was moving across the screen. So you're going to go to control and just add some wait time here. And you want a small wait time. Remember, we may added a very small wait time. So the small wait time is 0.1. Make it 0.1 and then just add it here like that. So now your cat looks like that it's running perfectly fine. Okay, so this is perfectly done. Now we want another portion here, another thing. That next thing is that how do you make your cat jump? So what is jumping? Can someone tell me what is jumping? What happens when we jump? When we jump, So what happens when we jump? Can someone tell me what happens when we jump? What is jumping? Zarar, Iman, Isa, Abdul Hadi, anyone? What happens when you jump? You move up and then you come down. That
You
is,
go over something.
you go up and you come down. So that is what jumping is. You go up and then you come down. So we need to tell our character to go up and then come down. That is only thing that we want from our character. So in order to go up, you remember that in the last class we learned about in the last class, the maze game when we created, we understood that when we wanted to move up, we needed to change y. We needed to change y by a positive value. So we'll go to the motions block and we'll bring out move change y by 10. So let's say how much do we want to jump? I would say that we want to jump till this point. So now count with me. How many times do we need to repeat this change y by in order to go up to a certain distance? So let's stop this and let's say that we want to jump till this point. So how are we going to calculate it? We'll do one by one. So this is one step.
Can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Hello? 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 Can you guys hear me now? जरार आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
जी सर.
अच्छा चलें ये तो अच्छी बात है अगर आप लोगों को आवाज आ रही है तो let's say that how many times do we need to jump? Okay, so we need to fix the cat where we want it to be when we start jumping, and now we need to count how many times do we need to jump to, let's say, go to this height. Okay, so this height is a little above this black mark, so we'll keep that as a reference, and let's see that how many times do we need to jump. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need to jump 8 times. So we need to do this change y by process 8 times. So I will say that let's repeat the same thing 8 times. So we are going to repeat this thing 8 times. If 8 is less, we can repeat.
Conditional loop.
Yeah, we are going to use this repeat loop. Okay, this repeat loop will help us to repeat this instruction the number of times that we want. Iman, is everything fine? You look a little angry. So we will say that we need to repeat 8 times, and 8 times we will do this and we will jump to this level. Now, how to come down? We will ask it to repeat the same thing again, but now instead of jumping, going up, it will go down. So we are going to just change y by 10 to change y by minus 10, and that's it. Now it's going to come back. Now see, when you do both of these things at the same time, it goes up and comes down. Okay, it goes up and comes down, and it is very quick. It's very quick. Can you tell me what is 8 times 10? What is 8 times 10?
80. 80.
80. So it means that we need to jump 80 points up. But this jumping is very quick. Okay? It's very quick. We need to slow it down. So what if we double the repeat steps? If I make it 16 from 8, see, I have doubled it. What should I do with 10? Should I double this also, or should I reduce it to its half? So if you are doubling it, you are going to make this half. What is the half of 10?
5.
5. So let's put 5 here. And we don't want this anymore. So let's delete it. And we are going to duplicate this one. So let's say we duplicate that. So once we duplicate it, we are going to ask it to change y by -5. And now you will see the jump is a little slower. See, this is a fine jump. This is a nice jump. So now two things are going to happen, this and this. We want this to happen when we press a button. Okay? When is the cat going to jump? The cat is going to jump when you will press the button or to jump. So we want this to be used with a button. Okay, so if you want to use a button on the keyboard, what you should do is, Aman, you still can't hear me? Zarar, can you confirm with Aman?
Now I can.
Now you can, okay. So this jump is going to happen with a button on your keyboard. So for that, we are going to go to events.
Space key press.
Events, yes, when space key pressed. So let's say that when you press space key, this cat will jump. And if you don't press the space key, this will keep on walking like that.
Do we have to put it in the forever block?
Now we do not need to put this in the forever block because this is going to happen every time you press the space. We would have to put it in the forever block if we were using an conditional if statement. If we were using it with the if statement, then we would have to put it in the forever block. But if you are using it with this when space key pressed event, you don't need to put it in the forever block. Now let's fix the cat's position. So we want the cat to be at this position whenever the game starts. So let's say we go to motion and pick out go to XY, this block, and put it here. Okay. So now it doesn't matter wherever your cat is, when you will run this game, this character will come here and start jogging. And then you can press space to make it jump. See, and it does not happen like that if you press space 2 times. It will not jump 2 times, it will jump only 1 time. So this is fine. Now we will do the last thing. And that last thing for this character is attach it with the main event. So main event we have is when flag clicked. So we are going to say that this game is going to start working only when you will press the flag. Okay, so once you press the flag, you're going to start working and then you can jump your character. Let's say that even if you don't press the flag, you still can jump because jumping is not associated with the when flag click. You still can jump. You still can jump, but your character will not start moving until you press the flag button. Okay. Complete the code for this cat jumping, and then we will move forward with the next code block.